Yeah. He was just telling me how he hates British people.
Yeah, I don't like them either.
Yeah, they're horrible.
I do, but I don't know why you're saying
I like
that.
British women.
You like British
You
women?
don't know British men.
That's a good problem to have, dude. I would kill to be in your position right now. Not know a single British man would be...
Wait. Why do you think you don't like British men? You are just like, well, I hate Charles.
I actually
the
don't
king.
dislike British men. I just don't think they're like as. I don't like how everybody else. You know how like everybody loves Sabrina Carpenter right now. I'm just kind of like I like her album, but because everybody is so obsessed with her, I'm like now I dislike her.
Prince William just got named sexiest bald man alive.
Shut
That's
up.
so mean.
Who made that?
He did.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
he's like the prince of something. Of course he says he's the
Yeah.
sexiest bald man alive.
Do you know who's
Yeah,
number
well,
two?
if you had $1 billion and you had bald hair,
Do
I'd
they
say
have $1
you
billion
were.
I'd be a pretty good looking bald guy. I'd be a pretty good looking right now guy if I had $1 billion. This right here would be one banging fucking look.
Does the prince have $1 billion?
At least. I think it's more like trillions.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
They
think
don't
Think
have
about-
trillions.
Think about they own 75% of the world. You don't think they have access
How
to
much
that?
is Buckingham Palace worth? How much could you sell Buckingham Palace
Well, they would
for?
never sell it. It's priceless.
I would love to see the Zillow listing for Buckingham Palace.
They're like, money's tight.
Yeah.
I think it has to be at least $1 billion.
$1 billion? It's something, man. I mean, I think priceless
I'll
is
look it up.
probably
I'll look it up.
Because the amount of art in there. I mean, are you getting the art too?
I'm getting the art. If I
Yeah.
take Buckingham, I'm
Then
taking
you're
the whole
getting at
kingdom.
If
least
I'm
$1
selling
billion.
Buckingham, I'm keeping the art for myself. I mean, that's crazy. It doesn't come with the art. I'd be like, you're nuts.
That's the Queen of
Not-
England talking to the Russian oligarch buyer. Like, you're nuts. You think it comes with the art? You're buying Buckingham and you're just expecting
don't-
the
honey,
art?
Like, Elizabeth.
Honey, you wouldn't even get the curtains.
Okay, so it says here.
Also, Elizabeth's dead. I forgot
Yeah.
it's not the
Yeah.
Queen. It's King Charles now. Hilarious.
Yeah, but it's probably
boring.
his wife doing the negotiation.
Oh, for sure, dude.
He's
She's
like-
too busy fucking hunting on
I always
Grindr.
think about that though too, because there's like it's like that is their home technically, but there's so many people working there that it must not feel like home. Like I mean, like I think
It feels like home.
I feel so
when
bad for
everyone is
them.
doing
but
whatever
even like the
you
White
want.
House, it's like
No, because I mean,
Everywhere
like the
feels
amount
like
of
home.
tourists that go into the Buckingham Palace. Like I've been in Buckingham Palace.
You've been
Nick-
to Buckingham Palace.
They're-
Nicholas
the fa-
Cage has been in
The family is worth $28 billion.
I believe it's
I want
more.
that.
It
It
must-
just says $28 billion.
Yeah,
You
but
should
I must
marry
believe
in.
it's more.
You could be like Princess Di.
sometimes you know what I think about.
Tell me.
I think that
How much is J.K. Rowling worth?
Is that what you think about? How much J.K. Rowling's worth?
No, she was
$1
$1
billion.
billion. What?
$1 billion.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, she was a billionaire, but then she gave so much away to charity that she is no longer.
Wow, what a
She-
hero. What are you
Which
thinking
charity?
about?
Is
I
it,
don't know.
is
The
it
one that destroys trans people.
Yeah, Jesus
The
Christ.
bitch hunting charity.
Yeah, she's a classic example of like how
How homeless people shouldn't get famous.
That's
Was
your
she homeless?
reasoning?
Well, no, she lived in her car, and the story is
Like
that she
Pink?
used to write the story of Harry Potter on McDonald's napkins. Is like,
The
no,
ramblings.
you didn't.
You're describing the ramblings of a crazy homeless woman in a Starbucks.
Right.
Hey, he's a teenager and he's at wizard school. It's like, shut up, JK.
I really feel like she's
You
just
smell like piss.
I really
I
feel-
mean, I feel like normally you say these things where you go, ah, but it was J.K. I go, okay, I hate her too.
I mean, I think she's a classic example of how you push people to the right when the left gets a little too crazy.
What?
I think
What
it's
do you
it's an
dream about?
example of you getting pushed to the right after you have $1 billion.
Yeah. People
Maybe.
say you get more conservative as you get older, but it's like, no, I just have more things to lose. I just have more money and things that are worth, like, make me feel wealthy, like a house.
Right, like I
Do you
think
own a
we
house?
No, I was just using it as an example. Trying to
Okay.
buy a house right now. It's hard.
Yeah.
Not that hard. Not that hard.
What does that mean?
People always say it's super hard to buy a house, and then I looked into it when I was actually ready to buy a house, and I was like, oh, all my friends just like work at poke restaurants. That's why they
Yeah.
think buying a house is hard. It's not that hard. It's like the same amount to pay.
To be fair, I looked it up. The average home buyer of last year in the United States was 58 years old.
Wow.
So
You know, I tell you something. Hot take. I don't think owning a home is like cool or that useful. I mean, like, it's like even if you pay it off, you still have to pay like crazy property taxes that's still rent every single month if you break it up into monthly payments or whatever. So it's like to me, it's like okay, whatever.
Well, we fucked up.
and then you have to fix all the problems. So to me, it's like you're still paying for the rest of your life on this house with property taxes. And if anything goes wrong, you have to break it. The only thing that sucks is if you're renting, you can get kicked out at some point.
Yes and no, but also like if you buy a house 20 years later, it's going to be worth so much more.
There's not even going to be houses in 20 years.
Oh, okay. We're hoping the sun explodes.
I think it will.
I think we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, probably.
I think-
Life is gonna look pretty similar to
I'm
now.
pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah. I think that people have been crying that the world's ending since
People that can't afford homes have been
Exactly.
crying.
Yeah.
People that can't afford homes are like, there's no reason the world's gonna end.
Speaking of English people, there had to be a peasant be like, "Don't worry about the Queen. God's gonna end the world."
God, it makes me sick how much they love the royal family.
they hate them.
Some of them hate them, but dude, like 50% love them.
Wait, would you explain your British thing?
Wait, can I?
I just
quickly
don't like
say,
them.
I wish so badly I was part
No
of the royal
reason?
family.
You wish you were part of the royal family?
I think it would be like so amazing to like have this like double life of like here I am to the public, and then also I have all these rules and responsibilities, but I just want to be me.
You Princess Diaried here.
Yeah.
Dude, you saw Princess Diary and you said, I have this really unique feeling.
Well, you know,
you guys probably don't understand this feeling. I'm an empath, so I understand this feeling. I would love to be a royal. And we're all like, oh my God.
I wish everybody respected me as much as I think I'm unique.
Sometimes I
Wish the world knew I was unique as I am.
Sometimes I daydream about like what if I was Princess Diana's third like illegitimate son and I was brought up to adoption, and then I got raised American, and then I did a DNA test, and then all of a sudden like the Secret Service like swarmed my home and they're like, we have your test results, and I'm like, oh no,
With
am I
the
in
Secret
trouble?
Service,
The British Secret Service.
yeah.
The British Secret They're a bunch
Yeah.
of bumbling buffoons.
And then and they're like we have a secret to tell you, and then I have
they
to-
come out of a clown
A
car.
secret? They
And then
call
I
it a
ha-
secret?
And then we have a secret to tell you, and I go, okay, tell me. And they go, you're actually Princess Diana's son, and then they fly me over, and then I'm like the new American prince, and everyone is like obsessed with me.
So that's what it's called, the New American Prince.
yeah.
So it's the New American Prince, and it's kind of like Princess Diaries, except it's me.
And it's gay.
And also it's England. It's not some random country no one's heard
It's not
of.
Genovia.
Yeah, that's horrible. Boo, Genovia, fallen Soviet state. Give me England, the
Yeah.
fucking crown of the empire.
And everybody's
also
like,
love
we
it,
love
like-
our new American king.
And they're like, we're going to do a makeover. You're like, okay, great. Can we do the surgeries first?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Who's the love interest in the movie?
I always actually think about like if I
A
wrote
poor
movie,
commoner?
there wouldn't be a love interest. There's not one in my own life, so I always think.
If you were a prince,
Wait,
would
when you
would
dream, you don't
date
think of a love interest?
No, I was gonna
Sorry.
say if I wrote a movie, I'd like not put a love interest in it, and then during press, people would be like, "What was up with not having a love interest?" And I would say, "Sometimes in life there is no love interest."
Oh, that's you doing press circuit. You say that like 15 different
Yeah,
times.
yeah, yeah.
There's like 15 videos and be like, sometimes in life, there is no love interest.
Yeah.
I think I think there is a love interest.
Yeah,
in
it's
there for you.
boring. It's a bad story.
Sometimes the
Well,
girl
what
the
about
princess
life?
gets is herself.
Sometimes you have other. That would be me. That would be my Disney movie.
Sometimes Prince Charming was looking at me in the mirror the whole time.
Yeah. That's me.
He is
Well, I
gay,
do
though.
think that like there's so.
Sometimes
why
Prince
does there
Charming's
always-
gay, like
but
me
why
in
does
the
it-
movie, and there's just one. He's
But
gay.
why does there always have to be a love interest in every single movie? It's
Because
like,
in
Just
life,
falling in
there's
love.
not. That's the point. We're trying to escape.
I know, but I don't want to escape. I want people to go, "This is the hard, cold truth of being gay, and it's awful."
That sounds like a fun movie.
well, it's
It's
interesting.
it's a Werner
It's a thinker.
Herzog, but Dylan's
Yeah.
love life. Love is pain.
Love
and,
is- Being
and
gay is
Dylan,
miserable.
Dylan will run the world by himself, all alone, looking and sucking his way to
I'm
the
not.
top.
I'm not sucking anymore. You guys know that.
Yeah.
I'm-
If you're a prince, you're not sucking anymore.
I'm not sucking anymore. I'm a good girl now.
Actually, when I think of myself being a royal,
I'm a
which
prince.
I obviously do, I always think like, yeah, I'd just like fuck the butler.
You'd
I'm
hire
not-
hot butlers, or you'd fuck the ugly ones they got on staff.
I'm just in my mind, I'm not like getting with another king from another, like a prince.
No.
I'm not like marrying Germany for like relations. I'm
the
always just
power
like,
dynamic's too hot. You couldn't be able to give that up.
Have you ever?
Yeah, I think I'll be the king fucking a butler. I think I'll be the king fucking a butler. Thank you very much, dude. I think I'll be the prince and the pauper tonight.
That
buddy.
is so true because then
The prince with some poppers tonight, buddy.
they never
Nice.
they never want to date the other princes and princes. They always do want to date like the common girl.
Well, could you imagine who gives worse dick than a fucking prince?
Who would you rather be? What would you guys rather
God.
be? Would you guys rather be the prince or the common girl?
So, because I feel like I'm just one step away from being the common girl who gets rescued, I feel like if I was, especially, I feel like no one in England's seen an ass as breedable as mine. If I went to England and one of their prince looked at my body type, a very American body type, they would lose it. They'd go feral, foaming at the mouth, absolutely.
is
cool.
that what you think happened to Benjamin Franklin? He went over there. It's like, I have syphilis.
They're like, that sounds like a magical disease to us. Never heard of this before. Because they don't know how to read in England. But yeah, I could very easily be swept off my feet and live like a prince lifestyle.
Well, what I like about the Prince lifestyle, and what I would think about for myself, is that I really do like the
The come up.
No, like I like the idea of having this like power and authority, and everybody knows who I am, but nobody gets me.
Oh, shocker! There.
In my dream, it's like reality too.
Yeah. It's really unique. No one has felt this way about power before.
In his reality, he's like, no one gets me because no one asks
My
questions.
favorite storyline is like the popular girl who gets everything, who's homecoming queen, but actually inside she has a really bad home life, and she's really sad, and no one gets her.
Oh, yeah. Is that you see? That's how you see yourself in the Popper story? Or
No.
Prince
I just
story?
like that storyline, like Allison De Laurentiis from Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah, I like the storyline where the fat bearded guy gets like a ridiculous amount of pussy, like a sicko amount of pussy. The type of shit make his brain go numb. That type of pussy in his lifestyle. That's the type of movie. That storyline right there, and then he gets rich doing nothing. That's what I love. Oh, I love seeing that.
Mr. Deeds, you seen that movie?
I see myself on a Mr. Deeds timeline in my fantasy.
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is
To drag out horse.
No,